DSS. Decision makers are faced with increasingly stressful environments, highly competitive, fast-paced, near real-time, overloaded with information, data distributed throughout the enterprise, and multinational in scope. The combination of the internet enabling speed and access, and the maturation of artificial intelligence techniques has led to sophisticated aids to support decision artificial intelligence. So, these aids have the potential to improve decision making by suggesting solutions that are better than those made by the human alone. They are increasingly available in diverse fields, from medical diagnosis to traffic control to engineering applications. A decision support system, or DSS, is a computer-based application that collects, organizes, and analyzes business data to facilitate quality business decision-making for management, operations, and planning. A well-designed DSS aids decision makers in compiling a variety of data from many sources, like raw data, documents, personal knowledge from employees, management, executives, and business models. DSS analysis helps companies to identify and solve problems and make decisions. That is came from Technopedia. Decision-making analysis was conducted by the Carnegie Institute of Technology in the late 1950s and early 1960s. The Massachusetts Institute of Technology, or MIT, applied computer technology to decision-making theory in the 1960s. Then by the 1980s, intensive research on DSS was underway, and new theories and concepts emerged from single-user model of DSS. So what can a DSS analyze? The DSS is an information application that produces comprehensive information. This is different from an operation application which would be used to collect the data in the first place. A DSS is primarily used by mid to upper level management, and it is the key for understanding large amounts of data. For example, a DSS could be used to project a company's revenue over the upcoming 6 months based on new assumptions about product sales. Due to the large amount of variables that surround the project revenue figures, this is not a straightforward calculation that can be done manually. A DSS can integrate multiple variables and generate an outcome and alternate outcomes, all based on the company's past product sales data and current variables. How can a DSS present the information? The primary purpose of using a DSS to present information to the customer in a way that is easy to understand. A DSS system is beneficial because it can be programmed to generate many types of reports, all based on user specifications. A DSS can generate information and output it graphically, such as bar chart that represents projected revenue, or as a written report.
What is the need for decision support? Today, decision making is more difficult. The need for decision making speed has increased. Overload of information is common, and there is more distortion of information. On the positive side, there is a greater emphasis on fact-based decision making. A complex decision making environment creates a need for computerized decision support. Research and case studies provide evidence that a well-designed and appropriate computerized decision support system can encourage fact-based decision, improve decision quality, and improve the efficiency and effectiveness of decision process. Most managers want more analysis and specific decision relevant report weekly. Certainly, we have many and increasing information needs. The goal of DSS is to create and use better information. Today, there is press need to use technology to help make important decisions. Decision makers perform better with the right information at the right time. In general, computerized decision can help transfer and organize knowledge. Effective decision support provides managers more independence to retrieve and analyze data and documents to obtain facts and results as they need them. Introducing more and better decision support in an organization does create changes and challenges for managers. Using a smartphone with decision support application or tablet PC with wireless connectivity to the internet and incorporate their database requires new skills and new knowledge.
Hacking. According to Wikipedia, hacking refers to unauthorized intrusion into a computer or a network. The person engaged in hacking activities is known as a hacker. This hacker may alter system or security features to accomplish a goal that differs from the original purpose of the system. According to Plaza.edu, the hackers were not even known as hackers, but as a practical jokers. The very first hack came in 1878 when the phone company Bell Telephone was started. A group of teenage boys hired to run the switchboards would disconnect or misdirect. The first authentic computer hackers came in 1960s. According to maycreate.com, on why hackers hack, first is to gain information. They hack for information, usually financial information or login information. The hack website installs a malware program on your computer and sends information back to the hacker about the information they are after. In other instances, such as phishing, hackers may replace your Pay Now link with a link to their site. The payment pages look the same to the viewer, but when the buyer enters, their payment information is sent to the hacker. Hacking can also refer to non-malicious activities, usually involving unusual or improvised alterations to equipment or processes. Hackers employ a variety of techniques for hacking, including password cracking, the process of recovering password from data stored or transmitted by computer system. Packet sniffer, application that capture data packets in order to view data and password in transit over networks. Spoofing attack involves websites which falsify data by mimicking legitimate sites, and they are therefore treated as trusted sites by user or other programs. Rootkit represents a set of programs which work to subvert control of an operating system from legitimate operators. Keyloggers, tools designed to record every keystroke on the affected machine for later retrieval. Two main factors that determine what type of hacker an individual is: their motives and legality of their actions. Hackers are divided into three types: white, black, and gray. Gray hat, a naming system that was derived from old Western films, where the protagonist would always wear white hats and vice versa for villain characters.
Hackers in the Philippines are also called hacktivists because their activity is aimed at promoting a social or political cause. One of the most famous hacktivist group in the Philippines is the Anonymous Philippines. The major incidents in hacking in the Philippines. Now we will discuss the major hacking incident in the Philippines. Did you know that we have been 1,211 reported cybercrime incidents in the Philippines from 2013 to 2015. In the third quarter of 2015, Casper Lab reports the Philippines took the third spot out of 233 countries prone to cybersecurity threats, a huge jump from the previous quarter 43rd rank. One of the major hacking events in the Philippines is when an IT graduate was arrested from Comelec hacking. Paul Biteng, a 23-year-old new graduate of information technology, was arrested by agents of National Bureau of Investigation. He will be slapped with charges of violation of Section 4A1 of the Cybercrime Prevention Act. According to Comelec Chairman Andres Bautista, he wanted to show how vulnerable the website is to hacking, and also he wanted the Comelec to make sure the security features of the vote counting machine will be implemented during the election. After that incident, the Comelec was formed a technical working group that will try to recover the data that were compromised, look after the safety and security of the website, and make sure it never happens again. At the dawn of March 27, hackers who introduced themselves as member of activist group Anonymous Philippines defaced the Comelec website, saying they wanted to show hacking might expose the vulnerability of the entire electoral process, which has gone unnoticed.